Hello and welcome. Welcome. I see Zach is in the house. How's the sound? Because I did 2 videos yesterday. The first one I did in the afternoon, and it was the $14. I spent, shopping for $14. Sound was perfect. Then I go live in the evening at this time, 9 o'clock, same as every night, and it sounds all underwater. Same settings, same everything the same. Using YouTube, not using the Streamlabs on both of those 2 videos. I went, and right now I'm not using Streamlab. So about the only thing I can do is move the microphone closer or further away. All right. Well, I've got Mad Mardigan lined up here, ready to share with you with movies. There we go. We have categories of Time After Time, Behind the Mask. Loud and clear, Mumsy says. Yes. All right. Technicolor titles. That sounds great. Based on a true story and Horrible Bosses. Wow. So these look like great categories. Let's get started. Oh, let me move this here. All right. Okay, Behind the Mask for 400. So our clue, I don't see any kind of countdown, so I'm just going to pause it. Jim Carrey discovers a green wooden object that transforms him into a zoot-suited, cartoonish wild man. This should be the 200. The category is Behind the Mask. Jim Carrey. I believe the movie was called The Mask. Hey, Multi is in house. Happy New Year, Mumsy says. Yeah, these sound fun. Zach and Multi both coming in with The Mask. I agree. Oh, there's a countdown. Okay. The Mask. Got some blueberry tea. This was my cup from my when I was a radio host. Horrible Bosses. Okay. Meryl Streep plays Miranda Priestley, the terrifying editor-in-chief of a high fashion magazine. Devil Wears Prada? I think, yep. Zach's got it. Love that movie. I know. I could watch it again and again. Aren't they supposed to make some kind of sequel as well? Isn't there supposed to be like a part 2? Great movie. Hey, this is good. This looks good. Looks good. Okay, Technicolor titles. Malcolm McDowell leads a gang of droogs in a dystopian Britain in this controversial Stanley Kubrick film. Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, classic film. What's the name of it? All I can think of is the Milk Bar right now. Clockwork Orange. There we go. Zach and Multi. Yeah, he is a great actor, and he kind of typecast his career, and he wasn't really able to get much work until later on, just more recently in a TV program. If you remember which TV show it was, I don't know if he was a lawyer. If he played a lawyer. or something. Yeah. All right. So that was in Technicolor. I didn't realize that. I'm thinking Gone with the Wind and things like that are Technicolor. Okay, Time After Time. Marty McFly travels back to 1955 in a DeLorean customized by Doc Brown. Yes, every Gen Xer should get this one. You recall him in a little-known movie called The Caller. Wow, I'll have to look that up, The Caller. Yes, Back to the Future. So Time After Time is probably about time travel. All right, based on a true story. Jesse Eisenberg portrays Mark Zuckerberg during the contentious founding of Facebook. Oh, darn, The Social Network. I was going to say, I saw that movie. This is Mama Kitty, by the way, if you see her tail. There's your Mama Kitty. Mama Kitty, Mama Kitty. Yeah, Zach has it. The Social Network. Next up. Based on a true story again. Liam Neeson plays a German industrialist who saves over 1,000 Jewish refugees during the Holocaust. This was a huge movie when it came out. He played Schindler, and the Jewish refugees that he saved were on a list. Yes, Schindler's List. Very good. Zach and Multi both getting it. Next up, Technicolor titles. Kathy Bates befriends an elderly woman in a nursing home who tells her the story of Idgie and Ruth in the Whistle Stop Cafe. Now, when I went to visit my dad in Georgia, this was after I was already an adult and had kids and stuff, and I went back to visit him, and we went to I don't know that they actually call it the Whistle Stop Cafe, but it's the cafe that was used in the movie. It's a real cafe, regardless of the name. And of course, I ordered fried green tomatoes and pork. Tawanda! Exactly. I remember watching the movie and going, what are they saying? What's this Tawanda mean? So Malty, Zach, and Mumsy coming in, all with fried green tomatoes, green fried tomatoes, tomatoes. You have to watch it again. Yeah. Oh, it's a good movie. Definitely worth watching a second time. Okay, another Technicolor title. Sean Connery plays a Soviet submarine captain trying to defect to the United States with a stealth sub. And I believe it was a nuclear submarine, wasn't it? It was called Hunt for Red October. I was just going to say Red October, but you're right, Zach. I think it's Hunt for Red October. Yeah. Multi's like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was a good movie. This was back in the days when we were getting everything at the video store. Based on a true story, James Cameron directed this romance about a sinking ship though Jack and Rose were fictional characters. So the ship was real, but Jack and Rose were fictional. Molly Brown is in there. You know, Molly Brown was never called Molly Brown, Kathy Bates again. During her lifetime, her name was Margaret, so she was known as Margaret Brown. And it wasn't until I don't know which studio made the musical, The Unsinkable Molly Brown. And so when they were writing the music for the musical, Margaret Brown just didn't sing right. So they changed it to Molly Brown for the musical, and it has stuck ever since. The Titanic. Wait, where was Britney Spears? Oops, I did it again. Yeah, it's a good movie. So many details in that movie. You know, he did a really good job. It really made you feel for the people that were on the ship. Time after time, John Cusack stars in this film about three friends who revisit the old ski town where they used to party and wind up back in 1986 as younger versions of themselves via a most unusual means of time travel. You know, this sounds like a movie that I've heard of, but I don't think I ever had the chance to see it. But now this description makes me want to see it. And I love John Cusack in anything. Every movie he's ever done, I love John Cusack. About last night, Zach says. Multi has no idea. Yeah, I have no idea of which movie. Ooh, Hot Tub Time Machine. I doubt you can find it. Hot tub, I guess. Time after time again. Bill Murray plays a cynical weatherman forced to relive February 2nd over and over again. If the rest of the clue didn't do it for you, what holiday is celebrated on February 2nd? No. She was about to tip over my TV or the monitor. My monitor is a widescreen TV. Mama Kitty. One of my favorite movies. In fact, this period of Bill Murray's life, he was like really struggling and going through personal issues. So, What About Bob, Groundhog Day, and Scrooged, three of my favorite movies with Bill Murray. You know, he actually didn't enjoy making them. Yeah, after Scrooged, exactly. I think when people were asking, like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Scrooged. Boom. You know, I don't know if The Little Princess with Shirley Temple, would that count as a Christmas movie? Because there's a scene where they wake up in the morning and, you know, it's like Christmas. But that's one, the Little Princess with Shirley Temple is one of my all-time favorite movies, Christmas or not. But of the three, Scrooge, Groundhog Day, and What About Bob, I have to say What About Bob is my favorite of those three. If people think Die Hard is Christmas, then yes, exactly. You know, one of the best Shirley Temple movies. I love it. And I've watched other versions. They're fine. They're okay. But I just love the Shirley Temple version. Okay, based on a true story. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Frank Abagnale Jr., a young con artist pursued by FBI agent Tom Hanks. Aha. Well, Tom Hanks is chasing Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can, which was a good movie. It's not like I need to see it again. I don't need to see it again. But I didn't waste my time seeing it once. It was good. There's Zach with Catch Me If You Can. Well, you gotta run. Oh, that's your answer. Exactly. Run from the FBI agent. Let me pause for a moment. I'm talking about like, catching criminals and stuff. With the conflict with Thailand and Cambodia, Thailand has started cracking down on people that visit Cambodia, right? So when they're at the airport, they harass them and stuff. And there have even been a few cases, like say within the last year, that may not relate to Cambodia in particular, but people arrived in Thailand that had on their social media, whichever form of social media, had been talking bad about Thailand. And in Thailand, it's against the law to talk bad about Thailand, and they will throw you in jail. And they did. I mean, so there's been at least 4 people that have been arrested for talking bad about Thailand. So you put that together with the harassment of people that are, sometimes they're just in transit to Cambodia. They're not even leaving the airport. They've flown from Europe or America to Bangkok, and then they're catching their next flight to Cambodia. And even being in transit, they've harassed people. And so, yeah, I'm probably never going to be able to go to Thailand again without the risk of being arrested. So you're talking about like, oh yeah, run, Forrest, run. Yeah, I won't be going to Thailand. Horrible bosses. Okay, for 1,000. Alec Baldwin now delivers a scathing speech to a group of desperate real estate salesmen, telling them coffee is for closers. I remember this scene. I don't know if I saw the whole movie, or if I just saw this scene in the movie, but I've seen this scene. And I don't know the name of the movie. Oh, Glengarry something. Yeah. Jinkies. Yeah. Okay. Well, then maybe I did watch it, because I think the name Glengarry Glen Ross. When I had always wanted to see that movie, and I think I finally got a chance to see it, like on Netflix or something years ago. And yeah. Okay, Technicolor titles. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones protect the Earth from the scum of the universe in this sci-fi comedy. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, dressed in black, perhaps? The two of them being men in black, as Zach has correctly written, and multi. Mumsy, I'm sure, knows this one, but she's just relaxing. And I appreciate that she's watching. We're not keeping score, so we don't care. Okay, finishing up Technicolor titles. We have Elle Woods gets into Harvard Law School to win back her ex-boyfriend, proving she's more than just a sorority girl. Isn't this Legally Blonde? But that wasn't Legally Blonde Reese Witherspoon. So is this a different movie? flashy thingy. Oh yeah, okay, look here's mine. Here's mine. Cheek, cheek, cheek. Now you don't remember anything. Yeah, it sounds like Legally Blonde, but I thought, I don't know, I thought that was Reese Witherspoon. Let's see. It's Legally Blonde. All right. And that was in Technicolor. Okay. Okay, back over to Behind the Mask. A killer known as Ghostface targets teenagers in the town of Woodsboro using horror movie trivia. Is this this Scary Movie? The one called Scary Movie? Or Scream? Scream or Scary Movie? Scream. Okay, Multi says Scream. Yeah, I never watched that. Seeing trailers of it was enough. It just looks so stupid. But sometimes stupid is what's funny. So, yep, Scream. Okay, horrible bosses. 3 friends conspire to murder their respective abusive supervisors in this 2011 dark comedy. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this. It's not ringing any bells for me. You found it gruesome? Oh, you found Scream gruesome? Yeah, like I didn't, when I was in junior high, when I was 12 and 13, horror movies were my thing. I mean, we had Halloween, we had Friday the 13th, we had Phantasm. I would go all the time on my own or with my friends, not with like adults. And I would watch horror movies. I loved it. But, I don't know, by the time I hit high school, so maybe 14, well, like the sequels for Halloween and Friday the 13th, I don't think I ever saw them. I was not interested in horror movies anymore. So someone says 5 o'clock and someone says, I don't know this. And the rest is covered up by baby. It looks like Zach said 5 o'clock and Multi said, I don't know this. Oh, Mumsy says 5 o'clock. What's happening at 5 o'clock? Is that the name of the movie? You recognize this? It's actually called Horrible Bosses. All right. Okay, back to the category of horrible bosses. Peter Gibbons stops caring about his job at Initech, ignores his boss, Bill Lumberg, and accidentally gets promoted. I do not know who Peter Gibbons is. I do not know who Bill Lumberg is. Initech accidentally gets promoted. No. Oh, Office Space. I didn't know that about Office Space. All right. Behind the Mask. Leonardo DiCaprio plays dual roles as King Louis XIV and his imprisoned twin brother in this Dumas adaptation. The man in the Mask? Is that what it was called? The Man in the Iron Mask. Well, isn't it like isn't the story of the Man in the Mask part of the larger Three Musketeers? or it was just both written, because isn't it the Three Musketeers that rescue the man in the iron mask, if I recall? I think there's some truth to that story about like these twin brother things, you know. Man in the Iron Mask. That was excellent. That was a very good movie. That version. Okay, finishing up horrible bosses. Jordan Belfort builds a corrupt brokerage firm and gives a chaotic motivational speeches to his employees. I think this has to be the Wolf of Wall Street. Is Jordan Belfort the name of the character? It sounds like it's the name of the character, because didn't Leonardo DiCaprio play the guy that gives the chaotic motivational speech? Bye-bye. Maybe Wilbur. I think baby's looking to go potty. You never saw The Wolf of Wall Street? I did see it, but I think I saw it like on Netflix or something. I didn't like go to the movies to see it. Wolf of Wall Street. Hey, I started to watch Wicked on the airplane because I thought this is a way I catch it, but I'm not actually directly funding it with ticket sales. Not the new one that just came out, but like the first one. I think I got through 20 or 30 minutes. I don't think I even made 30 minutes of it, and then I stopped it. And then I thought the same thing about Snow White. Like, okay, it's very controversial for wokeness and stuff like that. And that they used the not AI, but special effects to do the dwarfs instead of hiring real short people. And that I also only got, I don't think I even got as far as her meeting the dwarfs. But I had the same reasoning, you know, I don't want to contribute any money to these films. You avoid most new movies. Yeah. You know what I want to see? I want to see Song Sung Blue. And I also want to see the one that's about like Neil Diamond. No, that's Neil Diamond. I'm sorry. Bob Dylan. You know, but I think it's, I'm not sure if it's the Neil Diamond or the Bob Dylan that's like about a tribute band. So it's the story is actually about it, based on a true story of these this couple that did that had a tribute band, but I figure they're going to be singing a lot of the music and stuff, right? So, but they're not. I haven't seen them in our cinemas here in Cambodia. Yeah, Dylan would be great. I read his biography. I know it was an autobiography. He wrote it, and it was like 2 volumes. It took 2 books to write for him to write it, and I read both of them, and it was very, very interesting. All right. Okay, based on a true story, this film tells the story of Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson. Oh, African-American mathematicians at NASA. I saw this. I believe it was actually called The Computers. Was it? I don't know. Yeah, this was a true story. And I read the book on it was in the Kindle. I don't know if Mom bought it or if it was in Kindle Unlimited. But I read the book about the real women, and it was fascinating. And the movie was like very well made about their story. And so before, like, we have personal computers as far as what we consider laptops and desktops and computers, technology computers. the people who did math were computing, so they were computers. I'm not sure if that's the name of the movie, but I remember Hidden Figures, Zach says. Mumsy also says Hidden Figures. Okay, yeah, maybe that is, but I just remember that their title was computers. Yeah, Hidden Figures. Good job, guys. Good job. And it was a very good movie. Okay, Behind the Mask. Hi, baby. Yeah, baby wants tuna. A revolutionary wearing Guy Fawkes mask. Wait. A revolutionary wearing a Guy Fawkes mask attempts to overthrow a totalitarian British government. Where's Gibbo? So if anybody doesn't know what it means by the Guy Fawkes mask, it's that mask that Anonymous wear. You surely have heard of Anonymous. So they're always wearing that, the Guy Fawkes mask, which the real incident happened in maybe the 1700s, maybe even the 1600s, could be the 1800s. I don't know how far back it was, but there was this plot to overthrow the King of England or the Parliament, and so they were going to blow up the Parliament, and so they had all, and it was called the gunpowder plot or something. So they had all these barrels of gunpowder in the basement, and Guy Fawkes was caught with like candles, like he was going to light the gunpowder, but they caught him in the hallway or whatever, and then they hung him. Maybe he was even drawn and quartered. I don't know. And so now in England, it's this huge holiday to like burn bonfires and effigies of Guy Fawkes on Guy Fawkes Day. I think it's like a day or two after Halloween. Okay, it is the gunpowder plot. V for Vendetta. Good job, Multi. Yeah, that's. I remember watching V for Vendetta and enjoying the movie, but I didn't realize it was like set to, overthrow a totalitarian British government. I don't remember that. V for Vendetta. Look at all this interesting stuff, random things that you learn when you're here with me. Okay, time after time, a cyborg is sent back in time to protect a boy from a liquid metal shape-shifting assassin. I'll be back. Good old Arnie playing the Terminator. Oh yeah, the 5th of November. So this girl that I tutor, she's like, I don't think she's in high school yet. I think she's like in 6th grade or something. And she had to learn, so in England, there's this poem about Guy Fawkes, and she had to learn it. So, and what I do is I tutor her in whatever she needs to do for her schoolwork, right? Well, usually relating to English literature and stuff. She also takes French. Well, she goes to a French school. So, she's got French, she's got math, and it's, English literature and subjects like this. And she had to learn the poem. And so I helped her. So we, our hour of tutoring was her going, repeating one line, repeating the first line and the second line, repeating the first, the second, and the third line, and adding one more line until she had the whole thing. And she memorized it and she got an A. But yeah, it's like, remember the 5th of November. Now that you say that. Yeah, Multi and Zach. Yeah, there you go, Multi. Remember, are you from the UK? Let me know if you're from the UK, because most Americans don't know anything about that. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Okay, whatever. Tomato. As long as you knew it was some form of Terminator, that's good enough for me. Behind the Mask. Michael Myers escapes Smith's Grove Sanitarium to stalk Laurie Strode on October 31st. Wouldn't this be Halloween? So, and Laurie Strode must be played by Freaky Friday. I can't think of her name right now. You guys can help me out. What's her name? She's actually going to play Scarpetta's sister in a TV series that's the episodes are being filmed right now. And Nicole Kidman is playing Scarpetta. If you don't know about Scarpetta, I'm sorry. But she's a medical examiner that's the main character in novels written by Patricia Cornwell. And if you like true crime, I highly recommend reading her whole series, starting with Postmortem. That's the first one, because you got to see how the relationships between people develop, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, thank you. So she's playing Scarpetta's sister in the TV series. And she's actually producing it. She put up the money to produce this project, because she at some point met Patricia Cornwell, and now they're besties. And so she said, you know what, let's do it. Yeah, she's an excellent actress. Wasn't there a Freaky Friday 3 or something, or was it 2? But they just came out with a sequel to Freaky Friday that had Jamie Lee Curtis and the daughter in it, and I didn't get to see it. I would have liked to have seen it. Halloween. Who said? Let's see. How many of you guys said Halloween? Multi and Zach both said Halloween. You did see it yet, or you didn't see it? That sounds like you meant to say didn't see it yet. He wants tuna. I don't have any tuna, which is just generic for canned cat food. Ow! Bit me. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a hitman whose job is to kill targets sent back from the future until he realizes his next target is his older self. Wow. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't. Because you wouldn't say yet if you're just an Anglophile, so you just love British things. Jinkies, I never watched this. Yeah, because you would just say, I did see it. You wouldn't add yet unless you didn't see it yet. Right. So nobody knows what this is. Let's see. We'll learn something new here. Looper. Oh, I have heard of Looper, but yeah, I don't think I've seen it. So there we go. Movie trivia. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed this. I'm so happy to know that my sound was okay. It has been really, really frustrating me. And after last night, it super, super frustrated me. Because just that afternoon, I had done a live stream and the sound was perfect. And so it's why, when I go on at 9:00 at night, is there something with the internet speed that's not transmitting my voice the way it should? Maybe too many people are on the internet at that time at 9:00 at night. I don't know, but I'm glad to know that tonight it's all right. It was fun, Mumsy says. Yeah, something new to watch. Go find Looper. Did okay now, Zach said. Yeah. So We'll see what happens on Sunday. That's right. Sunday, in case you didn't know what Zach is talking about, we're talking about crosswords. And I really enjoy crosswords. I call my show on Mondays. I'm doing them on Mondays now. So on Monday night, we will do the Sunday crossword. And it's fun because even if you don't know the answer, you're going to learn new stuff. And just like tonight's game, if you enjoy like how we have conversation and chat about it's not just, oh, here's the answer to the movie, move on to the next one. No, we kind of chat about stuff, and it's like brings up memories and different trivias and different things, right? And we do the same thing in crosswords. And so you really learn a lot by playing crosswords. So I invite you to join me on Monday. I'll have the weekend off, unless something like super amazing, spectacular, horrible happens in the world that I feel like I need to jump on and say something about whatever it is. Then I do, like the shopping one. That was just like a bonus, It's like, hey, maybe people are interested to know what I spent $14 on, how much I got for $14 in Cambodia, So I jumped on and did a live because, some of the stuff I have to put in the refrigerator, and it wouldn't make sense to like do it later. I had to do it right then before I put everything away, because I wouldn't like get everything back to show you guys. Happy last day of Kwanzaa. Multi says he loves learning. Me too. You know what? The brain cells in our brain cells are shaped like octopus, right? They have tentacles, and these brain cells are called dendrites, all right? And when you have one piece of information over here, you have another piece of information over here, like, okay, I know where the United Kingdom is. I know where England is. I know the Parliament and Big Ben. And over here, I know the anonymous mask, and I know what a bonfire is, right? But you never heard about Guy Fawkes. And so then I tell you about Guy Fawkes, and these dendrites, the little tentacles, meet each other. And when they meet each other, there's like an electrical pulse, right? So when you learn something new, your brain is going, and it's exciting. It's like, wow, and it can be addicting because you want that zap again. So anyway, before anybody leaves, I have to remind you that love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you're watching this, I love you. I do. And I thank you and I appreciate you for joining me here tonight and having fun with me, because if I was just sitting here alone going through the trivia, it would be boring. But you guys make it fun. Yeah, it is addicting, to learn. So I hope to see you, Multi, if you're not doing anything on Monday. Hugs from Mumsy. Indeed. Same bat time, same bat channel for Monday. But make sure you like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you're interested, and if I'd like do something random, a random live stream, then go ahead and make sure the notification is on. You're not going to get 5 notifications a day or anything like that. I do occasionally post shorts, so you would probably get notifications on the shorts. I just did 2 shorts today because my family came over to visit me today. We had it planned for a couple of weeks. And so they came and they brought some pork and vegetables and mini Mekong lobster, prawn, shrimp, mini lobsters that were blue. And I haven't uploaded the lobster one yet. But I've uploaded, I did it, in just little 10-second, 15-second shorts. They started the charcoal, okay, not with lighter fluid or paper, crumbling up paper. They got, there was some dead palm branches, and they got the palm branches and broke them up and put that under the charcoal and lit those. And that's how they lit the charcoal. And then when they were cleaning the grill, they also used palm branches, just bunched up palm branches, and grill. And so then I have 2 more videos of today that I will be uploading as shorts, but I want to kind of give some time. You rock, Maven. Wow. Thank you, Multi. Everybody giving hugs. Yeah. So shorts, you want to see that, you can see that. All right. So until next time, I'll catch you later. Oops. I hit edit instead of end stream.